Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream, members only group flight number 56, the 24th of August 2024. It's 3 minutes past 10 in the morning here in the UK, and of course it's X-Plane 12 and the Zebo Mod 737. Here we are in Oceania. We are streaming today 12 hours behind live time, so we can enjoy the beautiful sunrise and flight over to Papua New Guinea from Cairns here in Australia. Should take us around 1 hour and 20 minutes. It was a lovely day to go flying, although it was a bit windy in Papua New Guinea. Great to see a few of you taking part as well. Just making about 21 booked on. It's not the most sociable time for everyone taking part today, but thank you so much for everyone that's participating. Here we are in Cairns. We've got Alpaca 650, 1975, 585 with us here, 74 Lima, 1 Echo Delta, 5 Tango Bravo, 828 Mike, I can see Alpaca 2 Juliet Foxtrot, just Pushback, and Alpaca 6 Golf Foxtrot, and a similar number departing Papua New Guinea as a Crossfire. Excellent. Let's zoom on in towards the aircraft. Who we got here in chat? Hoo Chum, hope you're doing well. Ah, good. Hong Kong friendly time. Absolutely. This is good for you, sir. Hope you're doing very well. Good morning to you. Malk 51, good morning. SPF 50, hope you're doing very well. Gary, yes, last stream in the Blackbird, we did crash an X-Plane 12 with a Vulcan crash error. I did a quick test sector before I went to work yesterday, and it seemed okay. I'm running as few things as I can as possible in the background, but it was an X-Plane 12 issue. Fingers crossed today we won't have any problems. But here we are now, ZeboBot 737. It's the latest version, 4.01.39, which I flew yesterday. Mainly just to make sure the ortho worked for all the scenery, but it looks pretty good here as well. This is one of the retro Boeing and Alpaca Airways liveried aircraft. I think it was Jordan that made this one some time ago. Domino Mosina, good to see you here. Seems that Port Moresby will be unicoming on departure. Oh dear, yes. Well, I did contact them and I did get a reply saying they'll do their absolute best to cater for ATC. But if you're over in Port Moresby, sorry for that, and sorry we don't have any ATC for you. We'll have to Unicom you out there. Hopefully we'll get some when we go in. Lee Holcroft's here as well. David Bromwich, thank you very much for all your help and assistance in setting up this group flight and cheat sheet, which is very useful. Had a quick look at that myself yesterday. Craig H is here too. Unfortunately not flying today. Hopefully you can make the next one. Hope you're doing well. There you go. David said there is ATC coming on soon. Perfect. So hopefully you'll have some for departures out of Port Moresby. Flying Walnut, good to see you here. And Tom C, I think I missed you earlier as well. Domino Mosina, are both of the IDGs working today? Yes. Now I did actually share the picture, but I occasionally like to tag you all and have a little discussion about how you deal with it. And I was very impressed with everyone's core knowledge about how we'd actually deal with it. So yes, we dispatched yesterday our flight from undisclosed UK departure point to destination in Portugal with the IDG inoperative, so I had to run the APU for the entire sector. But it all went flawlessly, and that has to be fixed in 3 days on the MEL. So yeah, it's just something extra to think about when you're dealing with these sort of issues. Excellent. Right, I've got New Sky up and running. There's Alpaca 2 Juliet Foxtrot out in the A319. Oh yes, of course, Phoenix have just updated their 319 and 321 updates, so I should think a few of you are in your new aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've got a lot of other well, I say a lot of others. There's one other aircraft utilising ATC, Singapore Airlines, no doubt going back to Singapore. Excellent. Well, there we go. Let's that's flawlessly back into the cockpit there, and we'll get the aircraft all set up. We're due out in about 25 minutes. In fact, I might just have to sync up the time with real live time, so I don't think it's exactly synced up properly, so I might have to open up the menu to get that sorted at some point. But let's I've got the aviation flashlight on, so I'll just turn that off here. There we go. I'll get the battery on, GPU on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps are on, landing gear lever which is down, and then we check all the ship's library. Yes, so I'm running the sim 12 hours behind live time. Right now it should be showing 21:07, it's showing 21:10, and unfortunately in X-Plane the only way of changing the time is with a slider, which is ultra sensitive here when you're not live time, or you can go in the menu and as soon as you're at the correct time you can change it. But I think I'll just accept the slight time deviation today. Then check all the ship's library to make sure the aircraft documentation is all up to date, which it is. Let's do the fault and fire test. In fact, I forgot, we need to run the checklist, don't we, today? It's been a while since we've flown the mod. There we go, that's up and running. So squibs are good. So let's do the fault test. Fault APU detector in op. Master caution overheat detector is illuminated. Let's do the fire test. Fire warning lights sounding. Fire warning lights are on, the bell sounding, engine overheat, wheel well fire lights, and overheat detector, master caution, and the fire warning bell is on, and light 2. Motor exit lights we can arm. Let's have a look at our operational flight plan today. So, should we take standard fuel? what was the wind at our destination? It was quite windy, but I think it was down the runway in Port Moresby. 150 at 15, gusting 25. With thunderstorms forecasts. Okay, we'll take an extra 20 minutes. Let's take an extra 800 kilos. We'll call it 7-8, which is pretty much full wings. So fuel here. Go to ground service. No, not ground services. Weight and balance. Airside services. I've synced up my flight plan. So load OFP. 7-8 on the fuel. And activate, which will start the boarding process right away. We're on a remote stand here, so we're going to have to board the passengers from the stairs. Gary Field, yeah, fingers crossed for no crashes today. Razin Zaki, good day, guys. Hope everyone has a wonderful group flight. Nice to see you here, buddy. Eustace here as well. Are both of the IDGs? Oh, both of the IDGs, yes. I was hoping we have both Domino most soon, otherwise we can't dispatch. Devil Rise, I hope you're doing well. Lauren is here too. I might have been the only person that took triple this time. Ah, yes. It's not very suitable at either airport, I think, for wide-body jets, but good luck in your venture, and thanks for coming back as a member. Alpaca, hope you're doing well, and Vanguard is here too. Perfect, so they're doing their thing. We are not... we've not finished refueling now. Now I'm going to do my OCD thing and set the time so it's exactly correct. If I put this to 10 now, look. Done. Apply. Now it's just literally gone 10 past, and now we're exactly 12 hours behind live time. That satisfies my OCD. Push the attend button. Please don't tell me I'm the only person who's like that here, or are there anyone here in chat just like me to have exactly 12 hours behind live time? It's more for ATC to make sure the times match. Cargo flaps are up, which match the indicator position. Let's do the fire test for the cargo, or the cargo fire test. Forward aft discharge, 2 green lights, no detector fault, fire warning lights illuminated. Aileron and rudder trim 3 and 0, do we check already? Gear extension doors closed, circuit breakers are all in. Pop on the voice recorder, check the flight recorder, Mach airspeed warning test, stall warning test. Need to wait a little bit longer for the 4 minutes after we've got AC power. 6 minutes for the alignment, circuit breakers are all in. We then check the tech log. Of course the seatbelt is always fully serviceable. I'll put the seatbelt sign on because refueling is complete. Now just going to tune ground on standby, 1217. Hear you guys on the radio. There we go, and we'll get the ATIS next actually. Oh cool, David, Cairns can take a 747, very cool. Very good. James, excuse my lack of knowledge of local airports. They can take wide-body jets here. Very good. I'm good. No worries, Captain. I'm too. That's what I highlight to hear, Vanguard. And Hoo Hoo Chum, you're not the only one. Make sure you line the heading bug exactly right whilst you're at it too. Yes, very good. You're a man after my own heart, Hoo Hoo Chum. Brilliant. Let's grab the ATIS. Let's get the clearance. James French, thank you very much for your continued support as a member, as all of you are. 26 months, Qantas set up an entire budget airline using 767s out of Cairns back in the day. No way, that's really interesting. Thank you very much for your tidbit there. I wonder if we say any 767s today. Thank you very much, buddy. Well, I did have the ATIS on voice for a second, but it's now just disappeared, so I don't know if they're updating it. But for your eyes only, here we are. I'll share my screen. Go. There's
terminal information, Charlie.
It's just started on its own.
Expect instrument approach. Runway 15. Wind 140 degrees. 16 knots.
Really?
Cab okay.
It was calm when I started the stream.
Temperature 23. QNH 1017. On first contact with Cairns ground or approach, notify receipt of information, Charlie.
Very good. So we just copied information, Charlie. We'll go over to ground and we'll monitor the frequency. So the QNH is 1017.
Actually, 828 microphone, escape for pushback, break.
And then we'll set the MFRA to 1040.
Negative, we're still pushing back. I'll Tango 6 Golf Fox, I'll be ready in about 60 seconds.
Roger that, 828 Mike, if you can maintain separation with 738, push
the lighting in this sim looks fantastic now. It would have been it's a night flight right now, so if it were live time it would be night, and I was like, no, I want to enjoy the scenery instead. James, they wound that up when Jetstar went international. Very good. Right, MFRA we've set, QNH is 1017. We'd let's do a light test as well.
Cleared Port Moresby via Lennox planes, reach runway 15, Cairns to
There we
departure.
are. That's all set. Lighting's all good here. Put VHF on for Jim. Boarding's already complete very quickly. And didn't like just oxygen, that's it. Gotta remember to do these things to satisfy the checklist responses. That's checked, and now we can load the flight management computer. So FMC, latest AirX installed. We're in Cairns, which is Yankee, Bravo, Charlie, Sierra. GPS left is in. We're routing to Papua New Guinea, Port Moresby, Alpha Yankee, Papa Yankee. And our call sign today is going to be Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. And we shall now request the flight plan, because I've got it via ACARS to be loaded in. Alexander Pass, hope you're doing well. Oh, hello all, he says. Good morning to you. You know what I really like about the mod? I think because of the temperature, you can't get full wings in here, 3.9, so it's had to put a little bit of fuel in the centre tank, which is exactly what the fuelers have to do in real life. There we are, route, uplink loading. We'll activate it. Departure will be runway 15, a Cairns 2, which is vectors. And departure arrivals, we'll expect ILS 14 left via... Actually, I didn't make a note of the star. Unsam 1. And no transition execute. Just check for any discontinuities. Just got the vector, so we'll join that up. Good, and that's all in performance. Zero fuel weight's in, 56 tons, I've got 156 passengers. The theme for me in group flights is because of the 56 group flight, I take 156 passengers. I'll have to wait until the 89th, which is 189 passengers, then I can't get any more passengers in. Reserves then for our alternate, which was also on Papua New Guinea, it's Alpha Yankee November Zulu. Nice tidbit from Dave, because I think it defaulted to come back here. Oops, no, don't type in the 4-letter code, you prat. You want the reserve fuel figure. 3.1 tons. Cost index 30. We're cruising at 350 today. Executes. Top climb winds 152 at 9, which is for all intents and purposes very close to the average wind, so I won't bother with the average, it's only 9 knots here. Top climb ISA is 13 degrees. Executes. Let's now look at the performance. So I've used the sim brief. We will use the sim brief profile for this. So let me just load that up for you guys. There we go. So here's the flight plan takeoff. So populate weather. So wind is still 0, and I'm showing that on my METAR, but in the sim they're saying it's stronger, but we'll use 0 to be conservative. Flat 5, the takeoff weight we just need to update because we took a bit of extra fuel, so 63.8. Optimum, auto, outside temperature set, dry. Flex temperature enable, disable, improve climb, calculate. So this is showing flat 5, TO1, 47 degrees. So TO1 24k and assumed temperature 47 degrees. That gives us an N1 of 90.9. When the APB comes on, it'll be 89.5. It doesn't show the N1 here in this performance calculator, not to worry. Takeoff flat 5, CG is in 19.7, trim is 5.75, which I'm setting now. 5.75 sets, and the speeds we've got here 39, 39, 45. There they are, all within knots. Good stuff. So this is showing us that we have maximum weight we could lift is 75 tons. We're way below that, and our actual weight is 63.8. Perfect. Performance is all done. Let me just remember to close that. Close that. Set V2 144 knots. Awesome. Let's do the panel scan. So yaw dampers on, nav transfer display switch is normal auto. We can now do the stall warning test. It's been over 4 minutes since we've had AC power on. That's all good. Fuel pumps on. We won't turn the centre pumps on, even though there's fuel in there, albeit only 50 kilos. If you turn them on now, you risk having the master caution during takeoff roll. So that's all configured. Get the APU up and running now. Imagine the cabin is secure. Window heats pop on. Probe heats later. That's all set. Trim air's on. Packs auto. Isolation valve open. And bleeds on, AP bleed is off. We're cruising at 37,000 feet. Elevation, our destination. On Lido, you'll see that. Next page. So destination elevation 129, so 150 set. That should be on steady. Perfect. Flight directors will pop on. The runway QDM for runway 15 out of here is 150 degrees. We'll set 150. 150, 150. The SID doesn't have an expected stop altitude on it, so initially I'll just set something like 6,000 feet. We'll get our clearance shortly. Order brake to RTO, reset fuel flow, and the rest is all set trim. This is all configured. We've checked the rudder and aileron trim already. Panel lighting set. Perfect. Now we're ready to get the clearance, and then we just need to do the checklist and our briefings as well. Who else we got here in chat? Someone says you will need to change the plane later. Yes, I know. I need to more seats, won't I? Joe Drage, hope you're doing very well. Nice to see him. Morning to you. Lauren says you'll need to upgrade to the 900. I will for the more seats. Astrodew talking to 2 tons about pumping brakes. Vision Fish, thank you very much. 27 months as a member, sir. I landed in Australia in 2001, the day Ansett Australia went bust, but luckily all our onboard flights were with Qantas. Well, that's a good job, Vision Fish. You would have been stuck, but thank you very much for your continued support as a member, buddy. Appreciate it. So far, 3 Airbuses departed from Port Moresby. Hashtag Team Airbus. No, there's a distinctive lack or decrease in the amount of 737s I see here these days. It's a great shame. Right, let's grab our clearance. So we're on ground, just make sure there's no clearance in. You guys all up and running, logging our flights, get their reward today. My new sky's not coming up, but there we go. Perfect, there you go. You can see it all up and running.
Roger that. Other session, go ahead.
Alpaca 175,
with you, Charlie, base 455 Port Moresby.
2 tons. I got up at 2 AM for this. That's dedication. 2 tons.
1975, taxi Delta, Charlie 1, Bravo to the Bravo to holding point.
Taxi Delta, Charlie 1, Bravo to Bravo.
So our routing's actually going to take us this way. We need to make a left turn because that's a straight line with a vector. I'll just let that young guy check in because he's been trying to check in for a while, I think. Or will he? It's all quiet on frequency.
Ground velocity 550 is ready for taxi 15. Velocity 550.
Chat in 10 minutes. We're doing great for time. If you're on bus, if you bleed on.
Bravo, Bravo 2 unemployment 1 spot, velocity 550. And Nikki 91 cleared. You look like you're flying your crew. Request a cruise altitude today is different altitude direction of flight. I can either give you either with 330 or 350. Canadian 350 for Nikki 91. What's that? Nikki 91 cleared. Port Moresby via Zany planetary runway 15 Cairns 2 departure.
Ah, there's Edo. If it's an MD80, you know it's going to be Edo. Jumbo's there as well. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Was my performance take into account the backtrack or full length? Because I think you have to backtrack. We're gonna not backtrack, and I'm gonna guesstimate that I'm just gonna go full 24k. Cairns ground, very good evening, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, information Charlie, QNH 1017, departure clearance Port Moresby. I forgot what stand I was on.
56 Alpha Papa, Cairns ground, g'day, cleared Port Moresby via Lennox planetary runway 15 Cairns 2 departure. I'm about to set to 6,000 squawk 1420, departures on 120.15.
Cleared to Port Moresby, runway 15 Cairns 2 departure 6,000 feet. Squawk 1420, departure frequency 120150, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa.
Alpaca 56 Alpha, thanks.
Perfect, 6,000 feet set, and squawk 1420, and next frequency 12, actually it'll be tower. Now, here's a top tip for you guys, and this is something I teach when I'm line training. So we obviously have, actually no, sorry, ground's going to hand us straight over to centre, so it doesn't really matter. But if you want, if you're given an automatic changeover, which we're not haven't got set, you can actually set this as a reminder here. So obviously next frequency is going to be 1215, but if you had to go to tower, you could set that as a reminder. And I teach that during line training. It's like a nice tidbit. But we're going straight from ground to this frequency after departure anyway. Cool. So. Domino Cindy, you don't need to keep me updated about the amount of Airbuses taking part in today's group flight. I'll talk to Felix very nice and see if they can send me over the 390. Right, let's complete our briefings and then our checklists. So we are actually on stand 15. We'll push back most likely to face northwest on Charlie. And departure is going to be Cairns 2. So, yeah, sorry, I better finish our taxi routine. Charlie, Charlie 1, and then Bravo, and we shouldn't need to backtrack for departure with full 24k. The SID's going to be the Cairns 2. So it's an immediate left turn. Transition altitude is 10,000 feet. There's high terrain to the south, so make sure we do turn. Caution close in trees in runway 15 departure. You knew I all like trees. Don't delay turn, otherwise you'll end up southeast of the airport where there's high terrain. So track 150 at the earlier of 400 feet or the end of the runway, 2.6 Charlie Sierra. So we'll just tune Charlie Sierra, which is 113.0. So we've got that as a backup if we lose the FMC for the initial turn. So 1130, you can see the DME down here. We're going to make a left turn after that distance to assigned heading between 350 and 030. What was my assigned heading? Did I get that? I'm going to turn 030, I reckon. That's a good heading. And when directed, contact departures for radar vectors. We'll just confirm the heading. So runway 15, speed and bank angle. The following limits are required until tracking assigned heading. So between 350 to 050, max 190 knots, minimum 25 degrees angle of bank. So what we'll do, we'll fly this as NADP1, and that will ensure that we don't accelerate until 3,000 feet and we can maintain 190 knots for the requirement to avoid the high terrain. So it's quite a cool departure, one you need to think about regarding high terrain. And then we'll contact departures. Cool, we're out in 5 minutes, timing is perfect. Let's now do the safety inspection and before start checklist.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Check, this is really
Down.
small.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection
Lauren, well at
checklist.
least my Boeing auto-tunes VORs. Stop it, you lot.
Before start checklist
Rude.
to the line. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Yeah, ground to cockpit.
On.
Toast driving
Nav
up right
transfer
now.
and display switches.
Dogs to the way.
Normal and auto.
Fuel.
So fuel require a minimum of upside down flight plan. Well, it makes sense. We're in Australia. 7.1 required. 7.8 on board.
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
4 pumps on.
Cabin util IFE galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Out.
Fasten belt.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
Fix auto. Bleeds on.
Pressurization.
So 370, 150, and set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Some doors are still open for the
Instruments.
GPU or the ASU
Check.
are still
Auto
connected.
brake.
Oh, good.
I'm
RTO.
waiting for all of them
Hydraulics.
closed and disconnected,
Normal.
then I will
Speed
proceed.
brake.
That's good.
Down,
I've got the latest update
Parking
for
brake.
this.
Set.
Stab trim
Alright,
cutout
all doors
switches.
and hatches
Normal.
are closed.
Wheel well firewall.
Ready to connect.
So better pushback is no
Radios,
longer.
radar and transponder.
Just pause that. It's no longer developed by the original developer. There's a small group of volunteers who are updating it. Now that's a new update. Now I'll never forget to disconnect the GPU. Perfect.
Set and stand by.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Is
Discussed.
PA.
complete.
Complete.
FMC CDU.
So we've got takeoff my side legs for Jim.
Set.
N1 and IAS bugs.
N1 and IIS auto. V-speed set.
Stab trim.
Set.
Performance,
Set,
weight
isn't
and
it?
balance.
Yes. That's all set.
Checked.
EFB.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Phones.
Off.
Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Closed.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
Excellent. And I can do the visual inspection to make sure everything's closed. Perfect. Now we'll just wait a couple more minutes for pushback. There's a little bit of a queue at the whole point. A couple of aircraft, well, 3 aircraft pushing back there. So yeah, we might be a little bit of a delayed departure. But it's a small airport. AT are doing a good job catering all this traffic. Asset Basso Airbus makes Boeing sim pilots lazy. We have a recovery Airbus addiction group for sim pilots who come back to Boeing. I love it. I love it. Tower's on now, perfect. So what we'll do, we'll put tower on standby, 124.9. Just tuning that with the nav radio tuning box. Guys, guess what I'm doing tomorrow? I'm going on a Segway, first ever time. My fiancée bought it for her mum for her birthday, and I bought an extra ticket because I wanted to go as well. But I don't think my fiancée's mum's going to enjoy it, so her brother's going to be my future brother-in-law. So we're probably going to be the only two on the Segways, but looking forward to it.
Last station, route please repeat.
Never been on one before. And
And
this time last weekend, I went go-karting with my stepbrother. I forgot to mention, came 5th overall out of 16, not bad. All that sim racing helped, but the way they did the race was a bit weird, because they did it as sort of a qualifier and a race, but then I didn't know this, that actually the winner of the race was the fastest time, as opposed to actually cross the line first. So I'd actually probably would have concentrated on the faster lap time. I really enjoyed it. I did win the go-karting race once. I've got my medal on top of the shelf in front of me. Cool, so 29, push back in 10 seconds. We'll request push and start now.
You getting anyone? You can taxi Delta, Golf, Tree, Golf, hold short of Bravo.
No purple lap for me, Hoochie.
Golf, hold short, Bravo, speaking 91.
Cairns ground, Alpaca 5-6 Alpha, Papa stand 1-5, request push and start.
Alpaca 5-6 Alpha, squawk right Charlie, push approved.
Boat Charlie, push approved, Alpaca 5-6 Alpha, Papa. He's quite right, should be doing that before I get my clearance. So that's on, push approved, so I'm going to do that to face north.
Cairns ground, good evening.
So pack off, anti-collision light on, parking brake set, transponder out off, do the checklist.
Before start checklist below the line, air conditioning
Ground to cockpit.
anti-collision light,
Go ahead and show me where you'd like to
parking
point
brake,
now.
Set.
transponder.
Alt off.
Before start checklist complete.
This is the beauty of better pushback. I'm going to make it a long pushback to pushback here, so it gives me two options. I can actually make a...
So connected and bypass.
I can actually then either go on Charlie, but 80 then can make me go left onto Bravo, so it's all catered for. Right, parking brake released, we're on our way. On time, look at that.
Cairns ground gaming cleared.
Alright, starting the pushback, and you may spool them. Clear to start engine.
You may spool them. Is that you, David, that recorded these? Oh, we're having bets here. Perez out in Q1. Yeah, he's having a... I think this will be his last season. I know he has a... Has he got a multi-year contract? 2-year contract?
Can you repeat the score and the other information, please?
Busy, look, isn't it? Thanks everyone that took part today. Don't forget all of you who are participating. Enrolled into the usual giveaway.
Are you clear to Port Moresby?
Not you, David.
Planned route, runway 15, Cairns 2 departure. Climb via the SID to 6000, squawk 1351, departures.
So it's quite a long push. We're going to just delay engine start, just be as efficient as possible.
Clear to Port Moresby, initial climb.
Yeah, I've got 4 days off now, which is really nice. And I flew 5 days this week in a row. That's most flights I've done for a while. And it was all line training, which I really enjoyed. The only thing with line training, you do end up doing less takeoffs and landings. So usually if you do a 4-sector day, you'll let the guy do 3 takeoffs and landings, because that's what they need to build their proficiency at. But if it's 2 sectors, generally, depending on where the training is, you either maximise the handling. Usually at the end of their line training you want to maximise the handling. So yesterday that was what I had to do with the guy. But they have quite strict limitations for winds, so remember I posted on, what was it, Tuesday, with that storm. We had a storm here in the UK, and the maximum crosswind limit for someone in line training is 15 knots, and we got the wind, it was 25. I was like, yeah, I better do that. It's really rewarding, line training. Right, starting engine number 2.
And New Guinea 91, you can continue taxi from Golf Bravo to the Bravo Charlie, runway 15. Golf Bravo, Bravo Charlie, runway 15.
So N2, oil pressure, N1,
and Alpaca 650, runway 15 taxi via Golf 2, Golf Bravo to the Bravo Charlie point.
All face looking okay. It's a bit flat textures, but it'll do. And just default scenery, it's the beauty of X-Plane 12. The default airports are so good. Starter cut out, monitoring engine number 2, 2463. Number 2 stable, starting engine number 1. And 2. Oil pressure, and 1. 25%, fuel in. Spar valve is off. Ah, what's happened to my pre-save views? Ah! I'm gonna have to adjust that one. That used to
mate.
be...
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking
Oh,
brake.
I'll have to change that. Parking brake set.
Alright, mate. Disconnecting toes, stand by.
I usually have number 7 on my numpad. Oh! Oh no! The emergency exit door is open. Wonderful! Oh, fantastic! Oh, it's a good job we checked that. Well, hopefully the master caution recall would have spotted it. Oh, for goodness sake! I'll just save that view for now. How?
General section C, departure frequency 118.4.
Perfect, 1184. Oh, 1184 is a new frequency for us. And that's approach frequency. So we'll put that as a reminder here, 1184. And we've shut the door.
Disconnected. Bypass pin, yeah, it's removed. Give you thumbs up on the right.
Very
and catch you
laid
next time.
back.
Safe flight.
Tug driver. Perfect. Right, we'll just wait until we've seen the pin. Alpaca's the new Jetstar. Any horses on board today? No, no. Are you a real pilot? Brilliant. Hooch, I'm brilliant. No words. Right, tugs there, pin seen. Happy days. Let's do the before taxi flow. Flaps to 5. Let's turn on yoke cab. Hello everyone. Full forward, full back, left, right. Here comes the rudders. Full right and full left. Recall, blank the lower DU, which is done, and we can now do the before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Propane.
That's Vanguard, I think. Alpaca
MTI.
650 always takes this to
Air
challenge.
conditioning.
PEX auto. Bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 required and selected. Green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Perfect. Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa request taxi.
56 Alpha Papa, are you facing north or south?
Facing north on Charlie, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa.
Roger that. 56 Alpha Papa, taxi Charlie, Charlie 1, Bravo to the Bravo Charlie point.
Charlie, Charlie 1, Bravo, hold short, Bravo 2, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. So we're going to go Charlie, straight ahead, Bravo, and Bravo 2. Happy days. Turn off taxi. Needs the parking brake. Here's the config. No. Ooh. Ooh. Can you hear that? My thrust levers need a bit of WD-40, listen. Sounds like there's a cat or something stuck in it. Right. Config's done. Not too much thrust. We need about 35% max to break away. There's Alpaca 1975 just departed. Sim's looking lovely, isn't it? Yeah, it's... Every time I come back to explain it, as long as it doesn't crash, it's just like taxiing around and the physics of it, movement of the aircraft, just really like. 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5 for departure. Looks great with all the doors closed. Brilliant vision fish. It's a comedian today. Unbelievable. Oh dear. Where's my there we go. Good one.
Yeah, another session, go ahead.
Alpaca 0 to Oscar, ready for pushback.
3 North Oscar, push right.
Facing north is okay.
Yeah, Fable face north.
Perfect, all clear left. Alright, the whole point in the queues, do before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 set. Green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Takeoff briefing.
So PAC's order bleeds on, V-speed set for departure, 35, 36, 45 on the MCP. Departure's going to be the Cairns 2, climbing straight ahead, and then we're going to make an immediate left turn when we get to 2.6 miles. We'll go left on a heading of 350030. Climbing to altitude 6,000 feet, set on the MCP, NADP 1, engine out SID. We'll make that immediate left turn as well at 2.6 miles to keep clear of the terrain, and then we'll climb to 4,000 feet over the sea. So that's reviewed.
Reviewed.
Cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Perfect. Ready for departure. But, how do you pronounce that? New Guinea? New Guinea? I don't know. Morning, Marcus Drexel. Nice to hear you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Food dropped into the gap between the thrust levers, probably. I Vision Fish. My name used to be Vision Thing with the green avatar. I vaguely remember that. Very good. So I don't think that is a Phenom. I don't think it's a Challenger 650 model. That's what usually what's taken. I have to judge my taxis if I get too close. Break.
Alpaca 585, holding point, connect tower 130.45, connect.
A little bit closer than I usually go.
Contact tower at holding point 124.19. Thank you and good day. Alpaca 585.
Get it.
So yeah, I'm still on tower as well. He hasn't transferred me over. And Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, we are ready for departure in turn.
What was that for 56 Alpha Papa?
Hey, we're just ready for departure in turn.
Roger that.
Oh, I'll stick with ground then. He got transferred to tower, didn't he? Alpaca 585, that's what I was trying to allude to.
Minimums.
TLDR, nice tank. Oh, you just noticed that. G-Face, AQ41, Mum, Santa Mod. First group flight in over a year. Great to be back. Awesome stuff, buddy. Thank you very much. What? Remind me, actually, no, I've got the list here of everyone taking part. You coming with us, or are you in the other group? You're already airborne, aren't you? Alpaca 6 Golf Foxtrot 909. We've missed your departure, sir. Too long, didn't rotate. Brilliant, Will. There you go, you can see everyone blasting off to the north. So is it automatic changeover to tower then? See, everyone's getting line-up clearance on tower and I can't hear. Sebastian, I'm still wondering how you guys go for all these NOTAMs, especially the FIR ones. Seems harder to me than doing circling approach with one eye closed. Brilliant. So, yeah, they are quite long. With the real-world NOTAMs, they're sort of filtered out to be relevant to your flight and to your time, which massively reduces the list. But it's still a lot, but you get very good at sort of glancing over. And when I say glancing over, I don't mean like, you know, skipping anything out. But you can sort of spot anything that could be relevant to you. And what's great about it, keywords like closed or you know, yeah, closure is the main one. It's highlighted in red, so it sort of brings the attention to your eye. So you get quite good at sort of able to checking through. So I can sort of in a minute go through the list and see anything that's pertinent to the flight.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, ready to taxi.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, taxi Charlie 1 Bravo to the Bravo 2 holding point.
Charlie 1 Bravo.
Here comes Edo.
The holding point, runway 15.
And Alpaca 585 is behind me, that's Jill. And then Edo will be bringing up the rear. And we're the last ones out. Qantas here as well. Airbus. Put a little bit of chill music on before you wait for departure. Liberty I don't have in real life. Oh yeah, forgot this guy's backtracking. Yeah, I'm going to go over to Tower. I know I've not been handed over. It's Passenger Highway has. (2,500 meters from this intersection. Actually, I better quickly punch that into the performance calculator. 2,500. Calculate. Same performance basically. Oh, TA1 was 47 degrees still, so it's fine. There goes Giano or whoever it was. I can't pronounce that airline. But they are taking off, probably going to Port Moresby as well. Let's make sure no one's on the final. Yeah, looks like. Oh, there's lots of aircraft carriers available. I'm going over to Tower. Cairns Tower, good evening. It's Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa Bravo to ready for departure, no backtrack required.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, front heading left 030, hold short.
Side heading 030, hold short, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. Perfect, so that's the heading given after departure. So we'll wait until, was it 2.6 miles? And then we'll make that left turn heading 030. Now I'm not going to preset that heading, the reason is the flight director bar is going to command a turn. We don't want during the takeoff roll. At the earlier 400 feet or the end of the runway, 2.6. So yeah, actually, my apologies, so 2.6, we're actually going to be at 400 feet. So as soon as we're 400 feet, I'll start the left turn, and then we'll bug the heading. Yeah, Tao's calling me, yeah, so ground just forgot to hand me over.
Tower, good evening, Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, Bravo.
Hi, J20, hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks for popping in, our residential engineer, and from Australia as well. Or New Zealand. Just correct me if I'm wrong.
Alpaca 650, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Alpaca 650.
Perfect. Done my little before taxi flow already. So, engine anti-ice going through all types of clouds when TAT's below 10, that's correct. TAT below 10 to minus 40, unless you're in descent, which is always on in cloud. Little whippersnapper that is. Oh, he sort of sunk into the runway before rotation. Vi Bravo 2, line up and wait, runway 15, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. So, cleared line up and wait, below the line.
For takeoff checklist, below the line, MCP,
Set
transponder,
TARA
strobe lights,
on,
landing lights.
on.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Perfect. So when you're doing a 90-degree line-up inertia, you want about 8 knots by the time you start your turn, no less, otherwise you'll stop no more, otherwise you'll skid the nose wheel. And then just fall on the tiller about here, and you should be perfectly lined up.
585, the sign heading left 030 degrees, hold short.
And then you should, a little bit right sense line,
Heading 030 degrees, hold short, Alpaca 585.
Right, looks, textures look fantastic.
And Alpaca 585, good turn ready for departure.
Alpaca 585, ready for departure.
Alpaca 585. Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, report ready for departure.
Okay, just going to turn it on nav off because I want to do that manually.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar.
It's not an automatic changeover, is it?
Delta Oscar, ready for departure.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar.
Cool. There's
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa.
aircraft looking
Clear for
good
takeoff.
in the sun. Runway 15 cleared takeoff, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. Good, clear takeoff, lights on, checklist complete. Let's go to Port Moresby, everyone. A little bit more thrust on engine number 2. Stabilised, set takeoff thrust. Oh, timer. Oh no! You guys are going to get cross with me. Takeoff thrust set, indications normal. Checked, release forward pressure. Centre line tracking is not very good.
Alpaca 585, line up and west.
Line up and wait, Alpaca 585.
1v1
Off.
rotate.
There we go.
3 dots Oscar.
Oh, a bit quick off the rotation, release a bit of back pressure.
30, hold short.
Dead band. Up we go.
Positive brake.
Gears up. Bit quick that rotation. There's 2.6, so we'll start the left turn.
400.
Heading select. 030. Mighty. There's M1, 1500 feet. So lower the nose just to maintain that speed. It's max 190 knots, so that's why we're doing NATP1. That's really realistic with the sun. You can't see anything outside. That's an awesome departure. And we'll roll out on the heading 030. Perfect. Back up. Set the nose to around 8 to 10 degrees to accelerate. The Zebra Mod Flight Director is very slow to sort of lower the nose with that bug up. Flap 1. There's loss of lift from the flap retraction. Retrim. And flaps up. Perfect, looking good. All in trim. Command A. Wonderful.
Alpaca 585, clear for takeoff.
So, flaps up, no lights, approaching 6,000 feet, so vertical speed, 2,000 feet per minute. I'll accelerate to 250 knots. One to go coming up. After takeoff, checklist, gears off, auto brakes off, start switches off. Air conditioning and pressurization, diffs 2.0, set.
1,000 to go.
Configured. And altimeters QNH 1017 climbing 6,000 feet. After takeoff check is complete, and we'll release the crew. Perfect. Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa approaching 6,000 feet.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, apologies, contact departures, good night.
Constant departures exit ATC, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, bye. He's too busy on his telephone. Approach 1184.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, line up and wait.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta, your position 36 miles south of Zany, turn right, resume navigation track direct to Zany, flight plan route.
Okay, I'll just level off at 6,000.
Alpaca 650, get approach.
Perfect.
Alpaca 650, position 35 miles southwest of Zany.
Yeah, Dave,
Resume
exactly.
navigation,
Early
turn
morning
right, track
departures
direct
this
to Zany,
time.
flight plan
Yeah,
route.
they've got to think about that.
Right turn direct to Zany and flat plan route, Alpaca 650.
And Alpaca 650, climb level 160.
Climb flight level 160, Alpaca 650.
Cairns approach, hello, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, out of Cairns, maintaining 6,000 feet, radar heading 030 degrees.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, get approach, g'day, you can climb flight level 180.
On heading, climb flight level 180, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. Set, 180 checked.
American 63
VNAV
heavy,
and
position
set
39
standards.
miles to the east of Caspi. You can
Passing
turn right,
59
track
flight
direct
level
to
180.
Caspi.
Ooh, why is the speed gone back? Oh yeah, 190 knots, that's fine. Delete that, completed the turn back to 250 knots. Cool.
American 63 descent.
Flying Walnut, thank you for your continued support as a member, madam. 18 months, any chance of briefly talking through how to fill in the blog? Yes, of course I can. In fact, though, Flying Walnut, I do have a very old tutorial.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, turn left heading 320.
Left heading 320 degrees, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. I do have a very old tutorial somewhere
Departures, good evening.
which goes exactly through the process.
Climbing to 3,700 feet to 6,000.
After sim
Alpaca
now.
585, Kansas approach.
I'll try and find it for you, Flying Walnut, but we have now, we don't actually use the
8,000 feet. Alpaca
Lido flight plan anymore. We have an app
91, climb flight level 180.
which sort of, you put in the airborne time and it pre-populates all of the waypoint times as well for you, so it makes our life a lot easier.
Guinea 91, roger, stand by. Just maintain your present heading and... you can
Lovely,
level it up, level
lovely,
170.
well, I should say lovely evening here, lovely morning in the sim. Oh, little island there. Just love the flight by view, can't get enough.
Alpaca 585, climb 10,000.
There we are, passing flight level 100, 180, pre-cruise checks, fuel 4 pumps, we've got actually a little bit of fuel in the sensor, we'll try 6 pumps, there you go. Lights, logo are off, AP's off, pressurisation 3.5, diff pressure, pressurising set,
Guinea 91, you can
increase
turn right heading
passengers, recall, checks complete.
130, and when you're ready, descend to 9,000.
Another group flight departure, 56 of these we've done, 56, unbelievable, almost 2 months worth of group flights.
Alpaca 650, contact Brisbane Centre 120, decimal 15, see ya.
To Brisbane Centre 120.15. Have a nice day, see you.
See ya. And then Amiri 63, descend.
I'm going to bring Zany on top.
3,700.
ETA 58, landing in just over an hour. Ah, look, it's not an Airbus, so it doesn't automatically turn. There you go, there's that 50 kilos of fuel.
Amiri 63, can descend
Send
at
the pumps off.
3,007, correction, descend to 4,100 from Caspi, clear the ILS from my 15, report established.
Is that Mary Jet, did he say?
Sorry, say again for Amiri 63.
It's a lot more.
Amiri 63, descend to 4,100 from Caspi, cleared ILS from my 15, report established.
4,100, cleared ILS from Caspi, report established, Amiri 63.
Let's go full climb.
Pressure Guinea 91, are we going to get the 37 Alpha Star back in, or are we going to get vectors?
Guinea 91, I'll just give you vectors, expect vectors, ILS from my 15.
So that's traffic going into Cairns, but I think a lot of the group flight traffic sort of won't be quite arriving
Alpaca
yet.
56 Alpha Papa, your position 290 miles south of Zany. Resume navigation, turn right track direct to Zany, flight plan route.
Direct Zany, then flight plan route, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. There's Zany,
Alpaca
executes.
585, turn left heading 310.
Now nav available, now nav's engaged.
140.
Turn left heading 310
That looks fantastic.
Climb to flight level 140.
What's the name of the sea between Australia and Papua New Guinea? Does it have a name? Don't like the smoky colour coming out the engine.
Departure, good evening, Alpaca 3 Delta, Oscar on the Cairns to departure at 4,000, climbing 6,000.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, Cairns, approach logo identified. You can turn right heading of
Approaching uncleared out level, so
and
vertical
climb
speeds.
to 10,000.
It's Coral Sea. Oh, cool.
Right heading 020 and climb to 10,000, Alpaca 3 Delta, Oscar.
There's some aircraft inbound. Keep Charlie Sierra tuned.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, contact Brisbane Centre 13, correction. Contact Brisbane Centre 120, decimal 15, see ya.
120.15, thanks to ATC Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, good evening.
See ya.
Perfect. Brisbane Centre, good evening, it's Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, approaching flight level 180 to Zany.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, Brisbane Centre, good evening, flight level 350.
1,000 to go.
Flight level 350, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. Perfect, that's our planned cruise. So set 350, VNAV, M1 VNAV speed 350. There we are, set on the overhead panel, on the MCP, and the cruise page shows 350. Then we just make sure we're monitoring 115, which we are.
We're plugging Abdan into the FMC now, Alpaca 2 taking limit.
There's 2 tons, where it's currently about 3 o'clock in the morning for him. Unbelievable. Some of you guys just are so dedicated to these group flights, I love it. Tasman Sea is a lot further south. Yeah, well, actually, I've got a map, haven't I?
And Alpaca 650 request.
And this area of Africa, this area of Australia, is it like a? I was thinking of Horn of Africa. That's why I said it. Has that got a name? It's like a Horn of Australia or something. Yeah, straight over the Coral Sea. And there is Papua New Guinea. Very cool. To the left, we should hopefully see the coastline. There it is. Very nice. Cape York. It's got a name. Cape York. Very cool.
Cover 7582, my apologies. Leading line of sight to the south. Control services terminate frequency change approved.
The mod's behaving itself.
I cover 608.
Been a couple of updates since we last flew. Performance looks good. And vertical speed and the way the aircraft pitches in reaction to that's very realistic, I found. It's just been for a while now, when you bug up after departure and you accelerate, it's sometimes very slow to pitch down. It sort of holds the initial climb speed. It eventually gets to an attitude to allow the aircraft to accelerate. So I'm sort of in the habit and the mod of, when I bug up, pitching below the flight director. Otherwise, it's all good. Just checking my roster back in the sim next week. I've actually got one flight next week, but I'm doing a lot of checks. I've only ever, as an examiner, I've only done one check, but I've actually got a number of checks I'm doing next week. And I'm in the early morning shifts as well. But I'll definitely do another stream between now and Wednesday. I'll go back to work on Wednesday.
Good evening, Alpaca 585.
James Venture, all of Cape York is in Queensland, but not all of Queensland is in Cape York. Is Port Moresby quite a popular destination for people living in North Australia, or even actually all of Australia? This is sort of like somewhere you'd go on holiday. I was looking on Flight Radar. There are a number of flights between Cairns and Port Moresby. Oh, Cairns is a big tourist area. Papua New Guinea is quite a poor country and not much tourism. So is it mostly business travel then between sort of Cairns and Port Moresby?
Brisbane Centre, Alpaca 71, flight level 340.
That's David.
Alpaca 71, Brisbane Centre.
Brisbane Centre, Alpaca 650 is back.
Alpaca 650, thank you.
There's someone about 60 miles ahead. Alpaca 650. So there's that there's the aircraft carrier. Can we see it?
Alpaca 81 and Papa, just confirm you are squawking 142.
Can't see it. It's down there somewhere.
Squawking 1542, Alpaca 81 Papa.
Bali and Vanuatu are big tourist draws from North Atlanta. Yes, Bali has always been a massive tourist destination, but ever so much so for the Australians. So what's Bali flight time from sort of northern Australia? It's not, you know, from places like Perth and, I don't know, it's on the west coast, isn't it?
Alpaca 81 Papa, we can descend now by level 40.
There's enough traffic for Air Niugini to justify using a 7.6, but it's going to be retired soon. Ah, interesting. Just the odd overweight drug plane. Everywhere's a long way from Australia. True, and it's such a massive country in itself. All the gear and idea, potentially stupid question, not at all. Is it weird the first time you look out the front and your entire field of vision is just water? Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, plan back number decimal 78. Closer. I don't know if that was, I might have stepped on someone if it was me or someone else. I've not really heard, when I go to the Canaries, sometimes, you know, all I can see, all the good idea is water, but for the long haul guys, I mean, yeah, I mean, the ocean is obviously a huge, a cruel mistress, but modern aviation and the reliability of the jet engine is so good these days, it's nothing you don't really worry about or anything, but no, never really felt it unusual, strange.
Alpaca 2 Tango Lima, you can descend by the star 9 at 1,000. 5 star, descend to 9 at 1,000, Alpaca 2 Tango Lima.
Good. Ops is dropping off as we climb. No wind at all, completely calm. That's quite common.
Alpaca 7 4 Lima, same Mach number.
Wonderful.
Please confirm that was decimal 89.
It is 89.
Oh, making excellent progress.
Just a heads up, I'll probably get like a resolution advisory.
Oh dear.
Alpaca 650.
Alpaca 650 leveling off.
So if you get an RA, the correct way of dealing with it is obviously comply with the RA, follow the instruction from the. Well, this isn't looking good as well. I've got an aircraft descending. Oh no, he's going across to the left. Just say it till 80. It's Alpaca, whatever your call sign is. So if I was to have an RA, I'd say Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa TCAS RA, and that's it. And then you would manoeuvre the aircraft accordingly. If ATC then give you an instruction, what they shouldn't do, you just say unable TCAS RA.
Alpaca 72 requesting descent.
Alpaca 782 start available.
James, 50 years of Papua New Guinea's independence from Australia next year, still one of our biggest development partners in the region. Very good. At Domino Mosina, weird, there was a 1500 feet separation between me and Alpaca 650. Oh dear. Oh no, Edo, I've had a power shortage, my PC shut down. Oh no. Sorry buddy. I'll try to recover the flight on New Sky. Best of luck with that buddy. Sorry to hear that.
Alpaca 782 reroute is from present position, clear direct to Amsterdam, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November, then Cody to join the staff.
From present position direct to Amsterdam, then to join the star via Cody, Alpaca 78.
Alpaca 782 descend now flight level 240.
Descend now flight level 240.
Awesome. Just having a look at the VATSIM map, I can see our little conga line. That's so cool. It's like a dead straight line. It's a very defined group flight between two places, like everywhere else. And I always forget where to find the list of the busiest airports. I don't know if we can top trump there that with it being quite a small group flight. Look at that. It's Alpaca 782. So Alpaca 782. That is you, Domino Mosina.
Traffic.
Oh, that's a TA. Give it a very late descent. Or early descent. Safe flight, sir. I can see. Isn't that his conflict alarm going off? Poor choice of aircraft, Domino Mosina.
Alpaca 828 flight contact Moresby Control 123 decimal 4.
Moresby Control 123.
Yeah, let's have a little look at the VATSIM map.
Thank you, goodbye.
There's so many available. I don't know which one's the best one to use.
Descend to 6,100, Alpaca 2, take a Lima. Alpaca 784, request for descent.
Popular airports. Well, I'm sim aware, but it's sort of not working. It's sort of just blank. Oops. Look, it's all sort of not loading. I'll try and refresh it. Yeah, it's not working. Try a different website.
Alpha 4 on 15 and
That's better. This website's working.
reroute on Asden.
So there you go. There's all of us. But how can you see the busiest airports? Check. Monitoring VNav. Definitely the only sort of event taking part, isn't it?
Alpaca 7844 separation, descend now, flight level 330.
Oh, cool.
330 for Oceania, separation, Alpaca 784.
Cool. Oh, Smith's one on top of it. Oh, loud. Alpaca 784 turning. Good God, sorry everyone. Oh look, is that some if I just go to this view, look, I think that was some avoidance action there. Alpaca 585 and Alpaca 784. It's like an air show. It's cool. This routing is really cool because the airways are directly over the top of each other.
Ready for copy for the reroute, Alpaca 784.
Alpaca 784 from present position, clear direct through Asden, Alpha, Victor, Delta, Alpha, November, then Cody to join the staff.
Direct to Asden, Alpha, Victor, Delta, Alpha, November 4 to the start on Cody, 8 Alpha, Alpaca 784.
Alipay, it's pretty good, doesn't work as of late. Oh, the website, oh dear. Vision, I've flown a lot of 737 MAX 8s recently, they're so quiet inside, like in the front of the 330 upper class smooth 2, yeah. It is noticeably quieter in the cabin, so much nicer. Even in the flight deck you notice the difference. Now I quite like the NG for shorter sectors at my operator and multiple sectors because the engine start time on the MAX is so slow. It takes about two minutes per engine start. It's 4 minutes. So times that by 4. That's it's 15-20 minutes used, whereas the NG is just 45 seconds. But on the longer flights, I much prefer being on the MAX.
Alpaca 56 Mike, start clearance available.
Alpaca 56 Mike, ready to copy.
Alpaca 56.
There we are, in the cruise, on our VNav's engaged.
Arrival runway 15, expect a reroute via Asden.
Good.
Cody 8 Alpha arrival runway 15, copy reroute via Asden, Alpaca 56 Mike.
Aircraft's looking nice. There, over the Coral Sea. I've learned somewhere new today. Yeah, I have to look at the VATSIM events for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, decide what to fly. I might grab the. We've not flown the 320 series, so I'll ask Phoenix if they're send me the 319 or 321. There's not many. The events are all at the weekend usually. It's Monday. There's usually an event. It's in Copenhagen. And then Wednesday they do like Cologne and it's the same places. Cool. So next aircraft passing below very soon. Over Pushback. There they are. Alpaca 56 Mike. Who's that? I'm looking at the list here. That's David.
Alpaca 56 Mike, just stay by 1 second.
Look at that. That is sort of what look at us. Oh wow, look at that. Look at the line. 19751 Echo Delta 715 Tango Bravo. Super cool. right over the top. A319 and 321 are in one package. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's what I meant. Honestly, yeah, I'll ask if they can send the package over. You got the 320. How do you love Airbus? True. Yeah, that's always the same events, Dave. Ah, I missed Dave too. There we go. Alpaca, Canada, long way from home.
Alpaca 5-6, Mike, reroute is from present position, clear direct to Abdan, Alpha, Victor, Delta, Alpha, November, then Cody.
David's getting his new routing. Cool.
From present position, route direct Abdan, then Cody to join the star. Alpaca 5.
David takes part. David 757 takes part in pretty much every group flight as well. It's awesome.
Alpaca 782, descend via the star 9000, Cairns QNH 1018.
Excellent. So we've got about 10 kilos left in the centre tank. That will be used up once we get to half the tank, tank 1. There's a little pump that just pumps out the rest of the centre tank. Who Chud, the 321 is more different than that to the 319, so you might want to prioritise that more for our amusement, really. So fly the 321, Who Chum. Isn't it very underpowered? If I take a fully loaded 321 somewhere then. So I think I remember someone mentioning about the 321 being, yeah, it really struggles to get anywhere.
Brisbane Santa, good day. Charlie Delta Foxtrot 50430.
So the 737 has, well, I remember flying the 320 a few times, Phoenix, and guys were explaining. The 320 doesn't have, if you've got a full load of passengers, doesn't have a huge amount of capacity for extra fuel. Whereas the NG, fully loaded, when we take nearly 200 passengers, we've got loads. Typically we can carry at least another 2 or 3 tons of fuel. I don't think you have that. I don't think you've got that freedom in the 320. Probably more so for the 321. And does the Phoenix 319 321 update or the package? I was going to say, does that have the different engines? Because I know the 320 released the update for the different engines that are available. Does the 321 have the option for both engines as well? Yeah, Who Chub 320 Sim Pilot says it can go nowhere near the service ceiling, so underpowered in that sense. Fully loaded. So which one's the worst? I want to fly the one that has the worst performance, just so I can give it a lot of slack, you know, give it a lot of banter. So I take the 321, full load of passengers, and which engines? Is it the IAE or the CFMs? Which one's the most underpowered? We'll take that one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then we can sort of just slate it. Oh dear. As I've said it several times before, when we go flying, let's imagine EasyJet take off ahead of me, same route, same destination, sort of, well, similar destination, so based on the fact that load factors at most airlines are pretty good, we always outclimb them. They take off first, but we get to our cruise level 3 or 4 minutes quicker, even though we depart 2 minutes later. Lauren, I love that. The CFM's more poo-poo performing. I love that. Oh, sorry, who's that? I just passed underneath me. I missed them. Alpaca 71, hello. That was David B. Sorry, David, missed you there. I was too busy talking about how rubbish the A321 is. So they've got yeah, more engines like that. So we'll take the CFM 321. Safe flight, Dave. Thanks for your part in organising this group flight. Really appreciate it. There we go, and there's Dave behind. Got chased down by Alpaca 585 as well. What on earth are you doing, sir? What on earth was that? A kick of the rudder. Showboating.
Can you just confirm the waypoint again for Charlie Delta Foxtrot?
Charlie Delta Foxtrot waypoint is Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
So we'll take the 321
Alpha
CFM.
Victor Delta Alpha November Charlie Delta Foxtrot, thanks.
You guys love me when I fly the Airbus anyway.
Alpaca 81 Papa contact Cairns approach frequency 118.4.
118.4, Alpaca 81 Papa.
Alpaca 782, contact Cairns approach from 188.4.
Kill the aircraft going inbound to Cairns.
Thank you, bye-bye.
There's Domino Oceania going over.
Alpaca 71, star clearance available.
Go ahead, Alpaca 71.
Alpaca 71, star clearance is the Cody 8 Alpha, arrival runway 15, expect a reroute via Abdan.
Cody 8 Alpha, arrival runway 15, reroute via Abdan, Alpaca 71.
Alpaca 74, VMAR contact, Moresby control 123, days to North 4.
123.74 for Alpaca 141, so long.
Perfect. So yeah, look, we're almost out of range, the VOR. Now, you see how the VOR sort of swinging around like that? You do get a little bit, because obviously at the edge of the reception, you don't get it as bad as this. It doesn't sort of go like this. You sort of get some small waves. There we are, and now we're out of range. Obviously, there's limitations in the simulator where it gets to a certain point and they're just going to cut it off, but it doesn't sort of work like that. It sort of just gradually degrades, and then you get to the point where you do lose frequency, but it might just come back on and off again. Whereas in a sim, it's sort of a cut off. That you're outside of 200 miles, you can't use it as for navigation. Oh, Flying Walnut, sorry. My apologies. Let me just find the tutorial. It's an old one, but it covers exactly how to fill in the flight plan. If I can find it. There we are. I'll drop it in chat now. It's only 5 years old, but it's the same. Nothing's changed regarding how to fill it in. It's coming in chat now. Flying Walnut. There you go.
Alpaca 71, reroute available.
Go ahead, Alpaca 71.
Alpaca 71 for present position, clear direct to
Good, approaching the halfway point distance-wise. We'll do a fuel time check at Capso. And when we get to Capso, we can start setting up for the approach. Most welcome, Flying Walnut. I tell you what, we are very overdue, guys, and I must apologise. Discord stage event. I should just been. I think when I had the whooping cough, I cut down the streams, and as you can hear now, I'm absolutely fine. I'm still coughing a little bit at night, but I was sort of like, right, I need to sort of rest my voice, and I looked last week and I went, oh crap, I've not done a Discord stage event for the 2 months, so I will. I think I'll do one between now and Wednesday on top of the stream, and I think the topic we'll do is visual approaches, because I did a poll, I think, for stage events, and visual approach came second, but I think you wanted the one that we did last time, which was, I can't remember the last Discord stage event what we did, but I think we'll do one on visual approaches, how we set them up in the 737, how we fly them. So it's not as like it sounds, it's sort of, we utilise the FMC, but I'll show you how to load one in, and we'll go from there. Oh, Basso, no spoilers for F1. Is it FP free practice 3 at the moment? Yeah, qualifying this afternoon. But careful, some people like to avoid spoilers even practice. But none of that surprises me. What you said, no offence to my US followers. I think he needs a bit of consistency, old Logan.
Alpaca 5 Bravo contact Moresby control 123 decimal 4.
About ATC for this entire sector, that's great. And another thing I'll do this weekend, we'll pencil in the date for the 57th group flight as well. So I've got my roster out for the next 4 weeks.
Alpaca 1975, contact Moresby control 123 decimal 4.
Because this was the only time I could do, because I'm going out this evening. And then, yes, tomorrow is a Segway experience, and then all the other weekends this month I was busy. I am very busy at work, combination of flights and sim. and TRE roll as well. The winter generally is quite busy as well with the sim checks. But the great thing about sims is it's a fixed time, unless the sim's delayed for whatever reason. You know what time you start, you know what time you finish. And with certain shifts I can stream after, so the early morning shifts I can usually squeeze in a couple of hours stream or 3 hours stream, or certainly do something in Discord. Oh no, in Cairns no one's there. Oh dear, 2 tons. Have the controllers moved to Port Moresby? I think guys, we're very limited to controller options in Australia for the amount of controllers. We did give them a couple of weeks notice, and I did get a message back saying, yep, we'll do our best to staff all we can. So. Oh, sorry, ATC. Ah, you're the first there, 2 tons. Oh, ATC's there. That's good. That's good. But I guess there's no other traffic there. You just have to wait for the herd. Got you, got you. Well, you were the first departing, weren't you, 2 tons? Yeah, you were the first.
Just transition 2270 knots to Alpaca 71.
I think there was only about 9-10 of you on that route. Majority are on the sector. Oh, aircraft. So that's 585. Yeah, about 10 miles behind. Where are you? Can't see your contrail. Ah, there you are. Paso, are there any rules about cockpit flight filming at your airline? I saw a guy in South America strapping a GoPro on his landing gear some years ago. That's a bit too much. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that at my operator. So yeah, the rule is, look, no video recording equipment on board, and obviously with my position in the training department, I wouldn't dare do anything like that. I think you can ask for approval, but they then probably said for private use only. Now I do, as you well know, take a few pictures from the flight deck as well. We've got approved iPads, so by the book, you know, it's by the photo on the iPad, you can then airdrop that as well. But they also, you know, photos in non-critical phases are sort of acceptable. I couldn't, for example, at 2 mile final, take it out and take a picture. And people push their luck, and they do get in trouble for that sort of stuff as well. I mean, social media presence is quite prevalent this day and age, but my operator are aware of that, and it's a common sense approach. The cabin crew can sometimes push their luck as well in the cabin with what they're doing, but yeah, just a sensible approach is required, you know. Same in the sim, you know. I'm not gonna Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa Mac decimal 78.
Alpaca 585, same October.
Decimal 79, Alpaca 585.
Probably told me to speed up, or me to slow down.
56 Alpha Papa, are you able to increase Mark 6 or 81?
A for Mac decimal 81 available, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. It's right on MMO.
56 Alpha Papa, signed Fox number decimal 81.
Decimal A1 Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. It's like when the other day I had cost index 100 flight plan because we had a curfew in Berlin and we were running late, so operations to make sure we don't bust the curfew in Berlin give us a cost index 100 flight plan, which is decimal 80, but you've got to be careful, it's right on MMO. Yeah, so as I was saying, photography, I'll do some stuff in the sim, but I won't do it during a session, so I can't take pictures of the guys' heads, you know, in the sim. But I usually, the bits I've taken, you know, for shorts and things like that, photos have been sort of before the sim session or in the break. There's Alpaca 30 Echo Alpha. Okay, right underneath. There we go as well. Is that another Airbus, no doubt? Liam, yes, an A320. Oh, outrageous. Anyway, coming up to Capstone, as I said, we'll do a fuel time check and then set up. Hoo-hoo jump. Sorry. Wait. There we go. Love it. Take care, Vision Fish. Thanks for popping in. And we'll see you in Discord soon, buddy.
Alpaca 71.
Alpaca 71, reduce speed to 55 knots on transition.
255 knots, Alpaca 71.
Lawrence, soon behind and above of that is me and the tribe. Oh, tribe. Triple. Oh, is that you there? Ah! Lauren, have I just passed you? like a rocket. Oh yeah, sorry Lauren, Alpaca 55 kilo, you went straight over the top. Wonderful, sorry we missed you there. You're coming thick and fast. What's your cruise speed, Lauren? About 0.84? I'm also extremely fast. Glowing red on the nose, Lauren, I saw. Oh, I tell you what, that's a great game I've been playing on Steam. Not that I was thinking about glowing red then, I was thinking of how rubbish KSP2 is. And then I've actually downloaded U-Boats on Steam and I've been playing it quite a bit. And it's so addictive. I'm doing the campaign about it. I've done about 15 missions. It's so much fun. I've got it on sort of the easier setting. But I did the mission where you have to go and sneak into a dock, and it's actually based off a real life story, which is really good. It's about sinking a ship in one of the Shetland Islands, or one of the islands up north. So much fun. Great game. So yeah, I'm just gonna chip away at the campaign when I get a bit of spare time. That's new real life hobby, buying a hobby sub and operating it in the local river. You wouldn't find me in a submarine in real life, I don't think. Nah, it's scary. You know, I've been quite fascinated playing the game and looking into the history of U-boats. I mean, terrifying. So many thousands of people lost their lives in these things. Terrifying. 2 tons. I think personally, you should probably go to bed. What time is it for you? 3:30 in the morning? It's very admirable to stay up and watch the arrivals, but I fully understand what time it is. It's 11:30 in the UK here, approaching lunchtime, and you're hanging in there. 5:30. 2 tons. Get yourself to bed, buddy. Get some rest. We'll get a late MOGF on the next one for you. Yeah, I've got a block of earlies coming up, which is super early, and on the block of lates, I've got some graveyard sim sessions. So sort of we get in the sim at 10:30 at night, or at 9:30 at night, end the check at 2:30. So I think what I might do on one of the days off before then, I'll do a really late night stream to adjust my body clock. So I might do like an 11 PM start, finish at 2 in the morning stream, so you guys can watch. And that'll be a great way for me to acclimatise before the shift. I've done it a couple of times and it was quite nice. So, and Joe, my fiance, is always really accommodating of my shifts. So this week I've been on I've been on lates this week, and I had some landings at sort of. Oh, that's an RA. Where's Zebo? RA. Oh, I saw the red box. Crikey. It was Alpaca 46 Whiskey, nearly risking a mid-air collision. That's Edward H. I don't know if he's around in chat. But what is that? The 7.8? Well, no, yeah, 737. So excellent choice. Excellent. I think Edward is bringing up the rear. 2 tons. I love that. I had 2 REM rapid eye movement sessions, so probably can go the whole day. I love that. Yeah, that's usually the sign of your deep sleep, isn't it? I'm quite lucky that generally I'm quite a good sleeper, so when I go to bed at night, I've never had issues getting to sleep. Yeah, we'll come back to America soon, Lauren. Oh, of course, Edo, yeah! Edo, your sim crashed. Welcome back, Edo. From the ashes.
Center Alpaca 46 Whiskey inbound to Bev at flight level 360.
Exactly, Lauren, yeah. So the late streams, if I sort of stream British summertime, 11 o'clock at night, that's perfect time for the US viewers. From almost coast to coast. bit early for the guys on the west coast, but I can't accommodate all. So yeah, I'll. I mean, I'm just looking at my. Let me just look at my roster now. Joe, actually, my fiance made a good point. She said to me, Sam, when you stream, you don't really plan it very well. You seem to stream and tell the guys on the day. Why not plan your streams in advance? So I was like, okay. So yeah, looking at my roster here. Yeah, so. Oh yes, okay. I've got a conference meeting that day. So my super late sim is on the 10th. Yeah, so Monday the 9th, guys. Monday the 9th of September. I will probably do a very late stream that evening. Alex, your ex used to hate me for that. Thankfully, Joe, my fiance, she's the same. She can literally put her head on the pillow and she's asleep in 5 minutes quicker than I am. Right, there's Capso. Let's do a quick fuel time check here. So 44, 45, we're on time. Just passed it. We should have 4.2 tons on board. We have 5.1, which makes sense with the extra fuel we took. We saved a bit as well. Burn is 2.7, and we should have Capso burnt 2.9. So yeah, we saved about 200 kilos. Happy days. Right, let's start setting up for the approach. Grab the ATIS on box 2. 128.0.
I got 56, Mike, right heading 040.
Listen in.
Charlie Delta Foxtrot descend by the star 6100 Cairns.
No, it sounds like the ATIS isn't on voice, unfortunately. Well, it helps if I make it active, doesn't it? There we go.
Receipt of information, Bravo.
I love how the volume mic selectors work perfectly.
Time check 1035.5.
And a half. This is the ATIS for Port Moresby then. Well, it was. Where's it gone?
Jackson's terminal information, Bravo.
Where?
Exit instrument approach. Runway 14 left.
Well, it has to be. There's 14 left.
Wind 150 degrees. Minimum 15 knots. Maximum 20 knots.
So 15 gusting 20 down the runway.
Visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Clouds scattered 4,000 feet. Temperature 27.
Oh, it's warm.
QNH 1010. On first contact with Jackson's ground or approach,
Where?
notify receipt of information, Bravo.
Don't know what it's saying there, but we've copied the weather. It has to be 14 left, so
Time check.
there we are. So we've detuned there. ATIS, so information Bravo. 130 at 15, gusting 20, scattered 4,000, temperature 27, QNH 1010. So we can preset the QNH 1010. 250 below 10,000, so it's got a high transition level. Get the winds from Maycars. Oh, Jackson's is the name of the airport. Thanks, Lauren. Thank you.
Thank you, we're unable to 325.
So load in the winds, QNH 1010. Executes. Fix rings in. Runway 14 left. 10. 4. 3 times height, 35 miles. Slash 105. Now to help ATC, because we're given decimal 81, we're going to convert. I've just been told to contact approach, so I'll just advise this controller. Yeah, only out of range, so I'll just advise ATC.
Advise 6100 QNH 118 Alpaca 51.
And Brisbane Centre just been told to contact Cairns approach on 123.4.
Sorry, I did call you before. Contact Moresby Control on 123.4.
My apologies, 123.4. Thanks to the ATC, sir. Have a nice week. Alpaca 56 Alpha. Bye. There we are. And it's centre, is it? Radar, good evening, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, maintaining flight level 350 to Lenac, Mach decimal 81 or greater.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, Moresby Control, good day, you're identified flight level 350, advise ready to copy your star.
Ready to copy, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa.
56 Alpha Papa, star clearance Unsam 1, arrival, runway 14 left. When ready, descend flight level 180, requirement to cross Lenac at or below flight level 200.
Cleared on the Unsam 1 arrival for runway 14 left. When ready, descend flight level 180, cross Lenac at flight level 200 or below. Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. Uh-oh.
Moresby Control, good day, Equinus 57, flight level 370.
So 180, we're high. Level change, we'll go down.
57, Moresby Control, good day, identified.
So we're going to maintain decimal 879. Now just put it a bit further back. We should make this restriction. So decimal 79, and when we convert to 320 knots, we'll introduce a bit of speed brake. So flight level 180 check, 200 or below is in the FMC.
Flight level 180. Requirement to cross up Lenac at or below flight level
250 below 10,000 in winds, fixed rings in as well. We started our descent.
Copy the Unsam 1 arrival, runway 14.
Here's the Unsam 1 then, so routing Unsam.
Flight level 180 and crossing Lenac at or below flight level 200.
So Unsam, we'll direct to ATSIM. After ATSIM, direct to ADLEV to base leg, and then to DAPLEG. Now, we just better quickly check this. I know the charts are up, so we might get a bit of a shortcut here, so we need to plan for that. So ADLEV, we might get turned inside of this. So what we're going to do is put ADLEV -8.
Alpaca 56, apologies, Alpaca 650, descent flight level 140.
ADLEV /-8. See there, and see what waypoint. So we're going to put this in as a waypoint and plan for potentially a 10-mile final. So after ALD 01, and this is all about descent planning and managing the energy, I'm going to put VMIB temporarily after ADLEV 01 to allow for that shortcut. Like this, look. And you see that temporary waypoint I made, look, 4945, so I'm going to raise that, put 5,000 feet here. That way VNAV will allow us to do a shortened approach. I hope that makes sense, guys. I've done that on a lot of approaches. I need to do a dedicated tutorial for that. So that's that. We've managed for high energy approach. We're catching up here. I'm going to maintain decimal 79 until we're at 320 knots and then convert, and then we'll make that profile. We might need to introduce some speed brake, but we're looking good. Tom H says, wait, I'm not a member. Wait, I am a member? You are. You're probably gifted. Yeah, exactly as Darwin Mosina said. You're probably gifted a month's free membership. So welcome to a members only stream, our monthly members only group flight. And get yourself into the Discord, Tom. You can enjoy the membership perks. Welcome aboard. Right, so the arrival, we've catered for a shortened approach for a base leg direct to VMIB in the FMC. Otherwise, all the lateral routing's in. ILS 14 left. The MSA is 8,000 feet. Actually, what's the transition altitude here? Flight level 210 is very high. So ILS 14 left. We were told to descend to flight level 180. Frequency 110.1. That's active. Blocks 1 and 2. We'll put Moresby VOR on standby. 17.0. Track is 142. And now I'm going to introduce some speed brake as we maintain 330 knots. That's just going to be really so the speed brake is very effective at high speed. Probably not quite. Well, actually now it's stabilised at 330. Yeah, about 5,000 feet per minute. Yeah, that's good. We are just about to make that restriction, so happy days.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. On conversion, maintain speed 270 or greater.
On conversion, 270 knots or greater, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. Well, we can give it 320 then. But we just want to make sure we meet that restriction at Lenac, which is just coming up. We're just going to probably bust it. Oh, it's going to be very close, within 300 feet.
Alpaca 650, contact Jackson radar 125.8.
Just going to change the transition level.
Contact Jackson radar 125.
There we are. Oh, yeah, we just about made it. Right, we're going to go back to VNAV, and And we're just going to change the conversion speed to 300 knots. Checked, 1 to go. Oh, that was very aggressive from the mod. Oh, it's actually climbing, so that was incorrect behaviour. So I'm going to go vertical speed.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, descend flight level 140.
Descend flight level 140, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. So it's a bit of weird. The mod really struggled with that. It's sort of... I went back to VNAV and it aggressively pitched up to climb, which isn't correct. It should smoothly pitch up and still continue to descend at 1,000 feet per minute. Here it aggressively pitched up, which is unrealistic. It really struggled with that. So that needs to be... I'll feed that back to Zebo. Right, so yeah, we need to update the transition level. What was it on the ATIS? It wasn't on the ATIS, but we're still on the flight level, so I'm just going to put the transition level here to flight level... Let's put it 100, because it's just giving us an amber standard here. There we are, that's better. And we're descending to flight level 140 in vertical speed 1,000. We'll maintain 300 knots. So yeah, that was a bit of a weird behaviour. Right, ILS is tuned. Course is 142, so 142 once and twice. Minimum's 450 feet, which is 347 feet above the ground. So we'll set the minimums here, 450 feet.
Alpaca 585, descend flight level 150.
So that's set. Elevation's 129. We've got 150 set on the land out. MSA high terrain to the northeast, 8,000 feet. So we're either going to get vectors for this approach or the transition via VIMIB. VIMIB's on the extended sense line over here. We have a platform altitude of 2,500 feet. Don't forget to stone speed brake. That was a bit unprofessional of me. Where were you, chat? Where were you? 2,500 feet to the platform, there it is, down 1,400 feet height check at about 4.1 DME, which is here, and then down to the minimums, RVR 1,500 metres. In the event of a missed approach, I'll push toga once, called go around flat 15, set go around thrust, pause the radar climb, gear up, 400 feet we can engage LNAV, we'll fly track, dead reckoning to 1,500 feet, unless directed by ATC, but if not, we'll make a right turn onto 322. 322 is not there. Oh, it is 322, and then climb to 2,500 feet. So very low stop altitude then, 2,500 feet, and it will be on 9 miles. Papa Yankee. Turn right, plot intercept 142, localise on track and hold at 9 miles. So we go on the reciprocal. Okay, complex missed approach. So it's all coded anyway. Cool.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, contact Jackson's radar 125.8, good day.
At 125.8, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, bye. Thanks, and it was information, Bravo.
Alpaca 650, true slow proceeding, traffic reduced to 80 knots.
Reduce speed to 280 knots, Alpaca 650. We're slowing actually down to 250 already.
Jackson's radar, good evening, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, descending flight level 140, copied information, Bravo, QNH 10738, speed 280 knots or greater.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, Jackson's radar, good, runway 14 left, the ILS approach, runway 14 left, I believe you would like it.
It's ILS 14 left, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. What did he say at the end?
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa.
Perfect. Good. We've covered the briefing. We've discussed the threat of the high terrain to the east. Let's look at the performance. So runway 14 left. It's 2,750 metres. Plan to vacate at Mike. No distance here. So it's about 2,000 metres.
Contact Jackson's Tower 118.1 today.
Let's try flat 30, 14 left, surface wind, it's good headwind, wasn't it? 130 at 15.
Bravo, position 4 miles, right of the localizer, turn right, heading
temperature 27 degrees.
Runway 14 left, report established.
1010. Just need to work out our landing weight. And it's already made the VRF addition, so plus 7 knots, that's good. So fuel 4.4, we needed I think it's 3.1 tons for our tons. We've got at least 30 minutes. We're going to burn.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, descend 6,000.
Descend altitude 6,000 feet. Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. Just confirm QNH 1010.
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, affirm QNH 1010. Traffic again has done quite well. If desired, you can reduce approaching cancel speed restrictions below 10,000.
Copy that, and below 10,000 standard speeds, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. 6,000 feet is set, QNH 1010, 15,000 for 6,000 feet, with 7,000 feet below profile, which is fine, and standby temperature is set. So yeah, landing weight 300 kilos to burn, landing weight's going to be 60.4.
Speed on conversion to 50 knots or less.
Flat 30, water break 3 is 1,800 metres, very much what I'd expect, and that's good to vacate at Mike, 14 left.
Expect ILS approach, runway 14 left, QNH 1010.
Oh, you secondly take reversal brake calling. Cool, covered everything, taxi, right Mike, and then we'll taxi on to Staines. Looks like the main terminal's here, so I'll probably be second left. Yeah, second left here to make this taxiway, otherwise we'll be on the runway. Cool. Seatbelts come on. There we go. It was a just caught it there. It was a descent 2 tons. To be fair, I think I missed the radio call from the previous frequency to contact the departures around a late descent to meet that restriction. But we're way below profile because of that restriction, but it's coming up quite quickly. We'll maintain 300 knots, go back to VNAV, and then VNAV will reduce to 250 below 100 for us.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta, descend 2,500.
Descend 2,500 feet, Alpaca 1 Echo Delta. Alpaca 585, request for the descent.
Alpaca 585, descend 7,000.
Descend 7,000 feet, Alpaca 585.
Good news, everyone. Sorry I was a bit silent there. I've just spoken to the team at Phoenix. They've proposed something, so they...
Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa, descend 2,500.
So actually 2,500 feet, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. 2,500 feet checked. Phoenix have been very generous to me in the past. And they've given me a copy of their A320 in the past as well. They've proposed something, and I'm more than happy to do this, is that they've had a new rule regarding media copies for this particular launch. So I'm going to purchase it, but if I purchase it, they're going to give me a copy to give away for the expansion. So I'll run that giveaway as well, which I'm more than happy to do. They've been more than enough generous in the past. But a lot of devs have done that, actually. A lot of still work closely with content creators and give out media copies. Others don't, which is fully respectable. It's up to them. If they decide to do it, I don't mind doing it either way. I'm very fortunate in the fact that I'm gifting copies. So, the guy I speak to is very funny, and he's understand. He said, with that said, if you get yourself a copy, we'll be able to give you a discount code. Excellent.
And reduce to 220 knots.
There we are. There is Papua New Guinea in the distance. Torin 4x4, thank you very much. This is your neck of the woods, 15 months member. Hope you're doing very well. Very well, thank you. Thanks for popping in this evening. Nice to see you here, my friend. Right, coming on to our VNAV path, so we can engage VNAV, and now it will plan to intercept here and start to descent with idle path.
Clear the ILS 144 Alpaca 975.
Downloaded Ortho for this as well. Looks good in the distance. Very glad I streamed 12 hours behind lifetime.
bar, turn left heading 340, oblique downwind.
Left heading 340 degrees, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. So there are the vectors. I'll keep it on VNav. In fact, what we'll do is give ourselves a direct to the waypoint we created, execute. Pretty much kept the exact same path. Very important in the 737 under vectors, if you want to keep an accurate profile, you keep updating the FMC, something you don't have to do in the Airbus, which I remember. But it is important in the NG. David, of all the Alpacas arriving to Cairns, it's the only one given a visual approach. Oh. It's because he heard your exit, that's fine. 2 tons, I rolled the time back 6 hours, all default for me, no ortho, still looks good. Yeah, I have to say, sometimes the default scenery, it's very obviously the plain textures. But if you're in the cruise, I'm just going to use a bit of speed brake here, just get the speed back to 250. It's okay, sometimes I don't bother. I generally just keep the ortho to around the airport, so it saves me time. Right, post cruise changes, fuel, 4 pumps, lights. And angle of bank. Pressurization 3.2 and set. Seatbelts on, recall. Checks complete. Just update this again.
585, descend 2,500.
Cool. On target speed to slowly stow the speed brake.
Descend 2,500 feet, Alpaca 585.
And we best rattle off the descent and approach checks.
Descent checklist. Pressurisation.
You can also extend the centre line on the engine. You can do, Lauren. The problem is if you extend the centre line, you lose your VNav data because it doesn't know where you are. It thinks you're actually on the extended centre line and actually gives you really inaccurate data. So you only want to extend the centre line when you're on base leg or at the platform altitude.
Set. Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach briefing and fuel.
Discussed.
IAS and alt bugs.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist complete.
Perfect. Yeah, so if I was to extend the centre line now under vectors, you'd lose all this accurate data. So this can go, right, this is your track, 5,000 feet here, level at 5,000 and then here, but we've obviously planned for a shortcut. In the Airbus, I guess it might work quite nicely. But if I was to extend it now, extend that centre line, it would actually put you here, it would think you're here, and your path would show something like 5,000 feet high, so actually avoid doing that until we're on, as I said, base or at level at the platform altitude early. Good. Just to approach checklist of frequencies as tuned for the RLS 1101. Our magic fixings are in, idents. We're just waiting for standby instruments are set, courses are set too. Take care, Domino Mosina. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. If you're on vectors, VNav hardly matters, does it? Well, it doesn't in a way, but you want that guidance. VNav is the preferred descent mode in the 737 because it gives you the most efficient descent. And look at this, look, idle thrust the whole time, completely closed. So that's what we're trying to always achieve. Oh, 4x4, thank you. Very kind. 10 Australian dollars. It won't let me gift members. You've gifted so many members, there's no need to do any more. But yeah, as this is a members-only stream, you're unable to. So thank you very much. Nonetheless, your $10. I could get myself a can of Foster's for that, but I don't like it. Thanks, buddy. That ortho looks fantastic. Look at that. X-Plane 12 brilliant. That looks fantastic. Even the clouds have improved as well. Egg, look at this.
50, 40, 30.
Cheers, buddy. Very kind of you. Thank you.
It won't let me dismiss.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Roger.
Australians don't like Foster's either. It's a joke about the Brits. Love it. There we are. So 5,000. I'm just going to go VS now because VNav's done its job at getting me at 5,000 feet here, and it's now showing below profile, but that's very accurate. So what we do now, I'll show you, Lauren. If I go direct to VMIP, that's quite accurate if you were to get a straight in, but because there's traffic there, it's not going to do it. But if I now extend the sense line from VMIP, watch what happens to the VNav path. 142. Watch this, so it's showing me 400 feet high, extend it. It's not changed a huge amount because of our position, but had I done that earlier, it would have shown me grossly high. But it's far better to update to an active waypoint for a more, there you go, 800 feet low, so that's a much more accurate as to your actual profile. Actually, reduce speed.
180 or greater until 7 DME, Alpaca 650.
Don't use auto-ortho, Sebastian. The reason is sometimes ortho tiles mess up with the runway slope, so I always check that.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta, runway 14 left, clear to land.
14 left, get to land, Alpaca 1
It's a shallow descent now because we don't want to get too low. I need to be around.
Alpaca 56, Alpha Papa, turn right heading at 050 base.
Right in 050 degrees base leg, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. You Fopsters, Great Northern all the way. What's that?
And Alpaca 650, established ILS 14.
Yeah, that ortho looks great with Bing.
650, Q1 turn last touch.
Perfect. Best finish the approach checks now.
Approach
Got the
checklist,
idents in dual skill.
altimeters and instruments.
Flat 1.
Set and cross check.
Approach aids.
Checked and set.
Alpaca 56,
Approach
Alpha Papa,
checklist
position 3 miles right of the localizer, turn right heading 110 to intercept. Cleared ILS approach runway 14 left, report established.
Riding 110 degrees on the heading, cleared ILS 14 left, will call established Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. It's a little bit low on the glide, but that's anticipated where I was expecting and planning for a 10-mile final, which is fine. Try to VibIb one more time. And show me on path, but we're not, we're definitely low. Right, correct sensing, arming approach. I would just leave it at flat 1 here, keep speed about 190. Yeah, the airflow visuals are cool, aren't they? Over the wing. Sort of the air cools as it heads over the wing, and then it condenses. Very common when the humidity's high. There's glide slope alive. Probably a little bit earlier with the flaps actually.
Alpaca 1 Echo Delta, when able, turn right and taxi to the bay as required.
We get right and taxi to stand Alpaca 1 extended.
And just before glide slope capture, there's localizer capture anyway. Runway heading 142 set. Nice that the Zebo now maintains wings level to intercept, doesn't turn left then right, that's the correct action.
Should we switch the tower?
Alpaca 650, towers closed, runway 14 left, clear to land.
And now we'll go flat 5. The idea is we want to have flat 5 prior to glide slope capture, because the aircraft clean. Sorry. When established on a 3-degree ILS with idle thrust as it is now, it'll hold the speed quite nicely. It's a really nice tip with the 7.3, and the drag model of the mod is really good. Glide slope capture, missed approach altitude 2,500 feet seconds. Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa fully established.
Alpaca 56 Alpha 12 miles to threshold.
Roger. So I'm going to probably maintain 180 knots till about 7 miles just to help out. And there's sufficient space in front of us to fly that speed. And there's the runway ahead. A few alpacas waiting for us as well. Crosswinds from the left, but it should be down the runway by the time we get closer down. So just to show you now, if I bug speed flat 5, even though we're completely idle, look at the speed, it'll hold the speed really nicely. So if you're not at flat 5, if you're flat 1, the speed will run away. And for clean, you can forget it, you won't control the speed. Obviously it's dependent on the wind. If you've got a strong headwind, the speed will bleed up, but if you've got a tailwind, you can really run away.
Alpaca 585 position, 3 miles right of the localizer, turn right heading.
Yeah, the mod's done a good job today. It just had issues with that VNav where it was climbing again. That's pretty good. Still idle look, completely closed. Now the speed's slowly approaching the flat 5 speed, so the order will add thrust to maintain that speed. Looking good. We'll configure at 4 miles. Set my target thrust on the auto throttle for when I disconnect. What a lovely flight this has been. This is the perfect group flight length. Hour and 15 minutes, hour 20. Enough time in the cruise to have a chat. Lovely jubbly.
Alpaca 650, when able, turn right, then taxi to base required.
Right to enable and
so 6 miles.
Alpaca 650.
4 tons of fuel, all good. Mr. Approach briefed. Happy days. Nice scenery, isn't it? Looks really, really good. Don't want to mess around going over there though, low. So 4 miles in VMC, that's when we configure my operator.
Runway 14 left, please land.
Runway 14 left, cleared to land, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. So there's 4 miles, gear down, flap 15, match speed, landing checklist of flaps, start switch is continuous, recall checked, speed brake, arm green lights, landing gear, down 3 green, auto brake set to 3, and we can now select flap 30. Veer of +7, remember, because of the headwinds. Flaps, 30, 30, green light, landing lights are on, cleared to land, checklist is complete.
1,000.
Right, let's do it.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude
Cheers.
7.
Disconnecting auto throttle, disconnecting auto pilots, about 57, oh yeah, my thrust does this, sometimes you have to do that for it to pick up the position of the thrust levers, there we go. Good, so about 60 tons today, probably need about 57% to stabilise on speed when we get there. Just trim those down a bit, there we are. Back to target thrust, 57. Smidge high, just pitch down slightly, 2 reds, 2 whites. Looking outside most of the time now, a little bit right of centre line, crosswind's blowing me there. Back on target speeds, keeping scan going.
400.
Checked, watch my rate of descent, pitch up.
Minimum.
Continue.
300.
On speed, on glide, on centre line, looking good. Keep making small changes all the way
200.
down. 50 feet, look towards the end of the runway. Check at 20, then close.
Alpaca 585 is fully established on ILS
Switch
14
lows,
left.
okay.
50. 40. 30.
Check,
585.
close,
Yeah.
just hold the attitude, hold the attitude, hold the
Roger.
attitude. That'll do, speed brakes up a little bit right to centre line. Versus normal. And 82%. 100 knots, manual braking. 80 knots. Where's my butter? 60 knots, cancelling reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. We'll take the next ride at Mike. Lovely.
Alpaca 56 Alpha, turn right, taxi to the base required.
Taking right at Mike, taxi to the bay. Thank you very much, the ATC, and your time, Alpaca 56 Alpha Papa. Bye.
Thanks, yeah.
Perfect. There's Mike. Didn't vacate it very well. Crikey, what's going on there? That's interesting. Very Minecraft. Runway vacated.
14 left, please land.
Landing lights off.
Clear to land,
And the radar
runway
off.
14 left,
Flaps are up.
Alpaca 585.
Good. Started speed brake. Bit of noise there. Very good. Well, I'll make my way to the other alpacas. We'll take the second right because the first right's onto runway 32 left, and then we'll make ourselves at home. So clean up, transponder out off, auto brake off, trim to 4 units. It's very high nose up already. I wasn't expecting. Usually around 6 to 7 units you'd anticipate on landing. Flight directors off. Set it to 3,100. Mr. 100 when the radar's off. Strobes off. And probes off. Push recall. Just got master caution anti-ice. That'll be the probes. And there we go. We've made it. In one piece. Lovely. Well, nice to succeeded a flight in X-Plane. To be fair, the last stream I had, or crash I had, was actually the SR-71 during the stream. I've had some on the test sectors with the SR-71, which makes me think it could be more related to the aircraft as opposed to the sim, but I think Vulcan crashes are sim related. Someone told me once it's actually nothing to do with add-ons, it's only X-Plane. But no issues today, which is good. Wait until we do the replay. There's Alpaca 585 coming into land. We'll just check the charts. We'll park next to our colleagues, but we'll go to the international apron. Wonderful. All the gear and no idea. The timing today was perfect, I guess, for the stream. While he's away, I'm cleaning my teenage son's bedroom. You've basically been therapy during this difficult time. Oh, no one wants to clean a teenage son's bedroom. Crikey, what's with all the Alpaca Canada deliveries? I need to change my CSL, don't I, to make sure they're not all Alpaca Canada. There we are. Anyway, we shall take the stand on the corner. Actually, you know what? We'll keep one of the gates free. Maybe stand 7? This remote stand? Yes. No pressure, 585.
Alpaca 3, yes, Delta Oscar Jackson Radar, g'day. When ready, descend to 14
Not bad.
QNH 1010.
Very good, sir. Well done. Here's Edo as well. Could be driver related, could be Alexander Pass. I've got the latest version installed. I remember there was an NVIDIA update years ago and it caused loads of problems in X-Plane and everyone was rolling it back, wasn't it? Crikey, what is this? Music? Welcome to the jungle. Well, we'll take stand 7. I don't know if it's fully designed for us, and it's definitely a tail clearance issue there. Do you reckon that's there? X-Plane. Look at the partridge though. Don't think that X-Plane side's there. We'll accept it.
As required. Thank you and good day, Alpaca 585.
See you, mate.
Yeah, all good on the tail clearance. We'll wait until we turn right though on stand, which is a very sharp right turn. Let's see what we can do. Let's go full right. See if I've judged this right. I wouldn't want to try this in the PMTG. This aircraft is beautiful to taxi. A little bit, I turned a little bit too early. Yeah, blocked the other stand, that's for sure. There we go. That will do. Nicely done. Right. Parking brake is set. Did I start the APU? I did. APU's on the bus. Forgot to do that as well. Forgot to do that. And we'll shut the engines down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Port Moresby. Wonderful. Seatbelt sign off. Just wait for the N2 to be below 20%, and then we'll move the anti-collision light off.
Formation text to radar is now closing Monster Unicom 122, days like a day.
There we are. That's
Thank you so much, have a nice evening.
That's very good. Nice ATC here. And Edo's going to have to Unicom his way down. Where is he? Where is Edo? We're going to watch you land, Edo, no pressure. Ah, I can't see you on X-Plane. Oh, there you are, sometime. Well, we'll see how we are for time, because I do need to shoot off actually for lunch soon. But yeah, we'll roll the giveaways. There we are. Zebo's doing its thing to offload the passengers. Nicely done. Nice group flight. Vanguard, great flight everyone. Great landing. Yeah, it was good. It was okay. Not a butter, but it was what we should do on every landing. There's Equeris Argentinas? That's a very long way from home. Very good. Yeah, I don't think the ortho's probably the mesh isn't as good, is it, around here? At least the runway's flat, but it's better than nothing. That was good parking, actually. Just could have done with turning right a little bit later, but those are always tricky stands to taxi onto, those steep ones. Oh yeah, better check my new sky. Oh yes. Yes, it's a 10. Animate some Wonga, $8,800. Wonderful. Because that was a dead straight line. Well, was that just that little Zebo bubble with the altitude descending, but otherwise, good flight. 10 out of 10. It's been a good month. I think we've only done 3 flights. Yeah, look. I'm on a streak, 10 out of 10, and then the month before, I remember, I had 1 flight where I didn't get a 10. I was really annoyed. I'm pretty good. Look, I have to 10, 10, 9.5. I'm getting good scores here. Good scores. There we are. Oh look, you can see everyone that's on the flight. Oh, look at all this stuff. I guess the demand varies, doesn't it? That's really cool. See other people who've been flying here who are not members of our airline. It's pretty awesome. Right. That's that one done. Let's now roll the giveaway. I'll get the list randomizer up and running. might just head outside for this as well. I need to copy and paste the booking sheet as well. Got Alpaca 650 over there as well. Alpaca 585 taxiing in. Right, copy paste. List randomizer. Pro streamer here, you know, you could just bear with me though. List randomizer. There we go. Open up the window so you guys can see, so it's unrigged. There we go. So here's the list of everyone participating in the group flight. I've removed the available slots. Copied and pasted from Discord, so group 1, group 2. We just roll it twice from all groups, so maybe 2 winners from one group or 1 winner from each group. It's just completely random. We'll just take the top of the list. So the winner of the first giveaway is going to be David 757. He always wins. Always wins. Every time. Fair enough. There we are. So well done, David 757. You are the winner of the first giveaway. Let's roll it again. Second winner. The second winner is going to be Astro Jew. Astro, I don't know if you've won, but there we go. There we go. Oh, there we are. I accidentally pressed play too early for the music. There we are. We have 2 winners. David winning for, I think, the 4th or 5th time. Astrid, I think that might be your first time winning, so well done to you. Congratulations. Very, very nice. Right, let me close the window. I do need to shoot off. Am I going to miss Edo's landing? Where is he? Yeah, Edo's quite far out still, so Edo, my apologies. I am going to skip your landing and you are the next one in, but if you wish to watch him... Edo, you have to let me know how you get on. Very, very good. Right then, I need to close all the doors because we don't want to have reblaze and all that going off. Oh, how do I close the doors in this? Ground services doors, there we are. Close, close. Stairs retract. There we go. We are ready for the replay. So I'll log off VATSIM here, once again for all the participants of the group flight, thank you very much. And we'll turn off that music and turn on this one, and Edo explained last stream how to actually stop it from crashing. So that's done. Activate replay. So you can start playing back, but don't drag it. You click, you push, it freezes for a second. There we are. So the key with explain replay is to click, not to drag, and then use fast forward. David, you're quite right. You have to be in it to win it, and you take part in every single group flight. So you can choose another fabulous thing from the store, as you so wish, my friend. Well done. And Astrid as well, welcome. Oh, your second time winning. Perfect. Again, you take part as well. Well, that's how it works.
400.
Let's have a look at this landing then. A little bit off the centre line. Maybe check to smidge high, but if you do, just hold the attitude. Don't try and keep floating and flaring for a smooth landing. Just hold the attitude, otherwise you're going to gobble up that runway. Perfect. So check to smidge high, not a problem. Close the thrust and just hold the attitude. Don't raise the nose, and it will settle on the main gear. A bit shaky on the old rudder. Very nice. Gary, first lot in VATSIM as an observer. Next group flight will be on for real. Good man, Gary. That's what I like to hear. And a lot of people who participate in the group flight started like that. They didn't even dare to do a flight on VATSIM, but now they're regular participants in our group flight. And then you can enjoy the VATSIM network, or whatever network you wish, on your other days off. But we look forward to seeing you there, Gary. I've made a mental note to see you there. Awesome. Love the little wing bounce. Gently lower the nose. Oof. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's cool. Observer mode's great to practice. Bit of dirt and dust on the runway. Super. Right then, I'll pop you in the wing view so you can enjoy the replay from the observer passenger on the right hand side. There we are. Well, there we go. That's the 56 members only group flight. A great success, as they always are. Thank you to everyone that participated. Thank you. A special shout out to David B from Australia for liaising with AT and creating a really nice cheat sheet for people to use. I think a lot of people appreciated that. So it'd be great if we had more things like that for group flights. That's superb. But yeah, that was fantastic. Next one then, I'll pencil in a date for you guys on a Saturday or Sunday for next month and let you know when we do it. We'll choose the location as well. Probably poll it, get some suggestions in as well. But yeah, it was a fantastic day out again. So once again, for all the people that participated, thank you. Without saying, all your support really appreciated as well. Thanks for bearing with me the last couple of months with my whooping cough, but as you can tell, feeling much better, and I will get the Discord stage event done as soon as possible for the next one too. And then yeah, I'll get a Phoenix stream either on Monday or Tuesday, and there'll be a giveaway for that one as well on behalf of Phoenix, so that's pretty cool to plan for. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend, look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you all very soon. Take care, my friends. Bye bye.